In the previous video, we have seen how to update password. In this video, we will look at how a user can delete their account. So again, open profile activity and activity_profile.xml. Here, we will create another button right below btn_update password. So copy and paste this button. ID will be btn_delete_user. Text, delete account. Top to bottom of btn_update_passwd. Now, we will create reference for this button in profile activity. Button, btn_delete_user. btn_delete_user equals find view by ID, .id.btn_delete_user. Now, whenever we click on this button, we need to open a pop-up window. So, btn_delete_user set on click listener. We will create a new function, let us say, delete_user, and we will call it here. Void, delete_user. We need to display the dialog here. So first, we will create a new layout so that we can use that layout in our dialog. Right-click on Layout folder, New, Layout resource file. We will name it Delete User. Similar to layout in previous video, we will create a text view and 2 edit text this time instead of 3, and a button. Text view, height and width, wrap content. Text, please sign in first to delete your account. Text size, 18. Text style, bold. Text color, I will use dark red. Gravity, center. Top to top of parent. Bottom to bottom of parent. Left to left of parent. Right to right of parent. Constraint vertical bias, 0.25. Next, edit text. Width, 250. Height, 50. ID, et_del_email. Hint, enter your email ID. Gravity, center. Input type, text email address. Copy remaining constraints from button and change vertical bias to 0.45. Copy and paste the edit text one more time. Remove vertical bias, top to top of and bottom to bottom of. Input type, text password. Hint, enter your password. ID, et_del_passwd. Top to bottom of et_del_email. Margin top, 10. Now, we will create a button below et_del_passwd. Button. Width, wrap content. Height, 50. ID, btn_del_user. Text, delete account. Minimum width, 150. Top to bottom of et_del_passwd. Margin top, 10. Left to left of parent. Right to right of parent. Now, we will create a background for this layout. Right-click on Drawable, New, Drawable resource file. We will name it popup_bg. So here, we will set a background color to layout that can be either a single solid color or a gradient color. We will also make rounded corners. So we will change the base tag to shape from selector. Now, we we need to specify color. We will use gradient. We can also use single solid color. We need to specify start color and end color. I will use white and dark green. And gradient angle 45. To modify corners of our layout, we need to use corners tag. Corners, radius, let us say 25. We will do one thing, we will increase the radius. Now go back to layout, delete _user, and in the constraint layout, add popup _bg as background. At the corners, you can see white background. We will fix this while setting content view to our dialog. Now in profile activity, under void delete _user. Dialog equals new dialog, this. Dialog dot set content view at dot layout dot delete _user. In order to remove the white background at corners, we need to set dialog's background to transparent. Dialog dot get window dot set background drawable. New color drawable. Color dot transparent. Next, we will set width and height for dialog. Dialog dot get window dot set layout. Layout params dot match parent as width, and we will set height to 2000. Whenever we give a value here, it's in pixels and not in density independent pixels. Dialog dot show. Now, we will create references for both edit text and delete account button, which we have created in delete _user.xml. Edit text et_del_passwd equals dialog dot find view by id et_del_passwd. Button btn_del_user equals dialog dot find view by id btn_del_user. Now whenever we click on this button, we need to re-authenticate the user and delete the account. btn_del_user.set onClick listener. We need to check if both email and password are entered or not. If et_del_email dot get text dot to string dot is empty, then et_del_email dot set error, please enter email ID. Else if et_del_passwd dot get text dot to string dot is empty, then et_del_passwd dot set error, please enter password. Else, we need to first re-authenticate the user. So for that, we need to verify email ID and password through auth credentials. Auth credential equals email auth provider dot get credential. et_del_email dot get text dot to string. et_del_passwd dot get text dot to string. Now, we need to re-authenticate using these credentials. mauth dot get current user dot re-authenticate credential dot on complete listener. If re-authentication is successful, we will delete user account. Else, we will display the error message in toast. If task dot is successful. Else, toast task dot get exception dot get message dot to string. Now inside if task dot is successful. mauth dot get current user dot delete dot on complete listener. Here, we will change task to task 1. So once user account is deleted, we will open main activity and close the current activity. Else, we will display error message in toast. Intent equals new intent, profile activity dot this, main activity dot class. Start activity, intent. Finish. This will close the current activity. Now in main activity, whenever we click on back button, we need to close all open activities. Previously, we had on back press function to deal with what happens when back button is pressed. Since that is deprecated now, we will be using get on back press dispatcher. Add callback. New. Here we will use finish affinity, which will close all open activities. And finally inside on back press callback, we will set boolean to true. Now copy this back press callback, and we will paste it in other activities. So first open sign in activity. Here once sign in is completed, we open home activity. There, once home activity is opened, we will use finish to close sign in activity. Now open home activity. We will paste the back press callback here as well. We will paste it even inside the sign in activity. But here, we will just use finish instead of finish affinity. And finally, we will use it in profile activity as well. And even here, we will just use finish instead of finish affinity. Now, click on Run. Now, see the difference between both the pop-up dialogs. I will enter my email ID and password and then click on Delete Account. First time, I will enter a wrong email ID or password. Now if we open Firebase console, you can see here, the user account has been deleted.